What's up, GM Squad? Graham Marlin here. And, yeah, the Ninja Turtles Injustice 2 video is coming out tomorrow. I'm still, like I said, I'm still kind of working on stuff because I'm trying to get some cool gear. I'm not really getting a lot of cool gear for the Turtles. But, it is coming, so hopefully if I don't get anything tonight, then I will just upload it tomorrow. I'll just upload the video for it tomorrow. We have some really interesting stuff to talk about. So, Rebels came back on Monday. I watched it today on Tuesday. I gotta say, I actually liked it. So, back when they released the mid-season series finale trailer, I started to kind of speculate and talk about stuff I feel like would happen, that's going to happen in the show. By the way, this is going to have spoilers in it if you have not seen the 2 episodes that were just released. So if you've not seen, I think it was Jedi Knight and Dume, or Dune, whatever, I forget. Go watch them, get off this video. So, we're going to be talking about this. So, in my video that I made a while ago talking about the trailer, I was talking about how I thought the big wolf was Kanan, and how he probably dies in the season and then becomes one of the big wolves. That huge wolf that Ezra talks to. Well, I got the part where Kanan dies right. I got that right. And honestly, how did I feel about that? I felt happy and glad that I was kind of right. Well, Kanan, it's sad to see him go, because Kanan was probably one of my favorite characters on the show. So I think it's not that great of a show. It is not as good as Clone Wars, but I think Hera and Kanan are my 2 favorite characters in this show. If they just made a show based off Kanan and Hera, this show would be so much better. And adding Sabine, Zeb, Ezra just ruins the show, watching these 2 adults do adult things, but you have these kids in the way who are blocking seeing more adult things. So, I was kind of happy to see Kanan go, because finally, we haven't seen somebody die in this show probably since Maul. Probably since Darth Maul was killed. That's the last person I remember dying. The last person I remember dying and I actually felt sad was Season 2 when Ahsoka died. Well, died. That's one. But Kanan's was probably one of the saddest, I think. So, let's talk about it. A lot of people... Finally, we actually get to see stormtroopers die in pretty good ways. Kanan basically cutting off the floor, cutting the floor open. Stormtrooper drops to his death, pulls Stormtrooper out of the window, falls to his death too. And we have not seen a Stormtrooper die like that for a long time. All they do is just slice their gun and kick them and they're down, and I hate that. That's the one thing I hate about this show. It's how kiddie it is. And not dark like Clone Wars. We actually get to see people get stabbed through the chest and not cut off, and it's not cut off and stuff. So, but yeah, it's Disney, it's for kids, but still. I thought his death, it was good. I thought the way they ended it was very depressing and sad, and I liked it. I thought it was a good send-off. So, we get to see Kanan. He shaves his beard, he cuts his hair, cuts off the ponytail. And when I first saw it in the trailers, I was like, oh no, that's just And I'm kind of glad that we didn't get to see it for that long, but still, I didn't really like that haircut. So, Kanan gets to save Hera. There's stuff going on with them where they're kind of mixed in their relationship and stuff. So, let's get to the good part. So they get to the little fuel depot where the Empire keeps all their fuel. They're about to be picked up, and then an AT-AT. Well, before Hera says, "I love you" to Kanan. They kiss. Boom, sweet and ready to go. AT-AT shoots the the power gas thing. I don't know, the little thing they were on, causing it to explode. So Kanan uses the Force to basically kind of make a force field. So he's like pushing, just imagine the explosion, kind of like pushing it back. Hera, of course, is worried, yells Kanan, goes after him, I mean. Kanan pushes her back, Ezra catches her and stuff, and then he's still pushing the explosion back. And probably the thing that will make you go like, oh my god, this just happened. So we get a close-up of Kanan's eyes. We get to see everybody's in shock, they're scared. And we get a close-up of Kanan's eyes. Remember, Kanan is blind. He is blind from season 2. His eyes, basically his pupils are gray. His eyes are just gray. He cannot see. He uses the Force to be able to see. And we get to see the Force help him out so much that his eyes turn back to normal to where he can finally see again. So he gets his eyesight back. He's now able to see again. And the thing that makes it so sad is that he gets it back right as he's about to die. So then he gets to see Hera one last time. And then lets go of the explosion, turns around, pushes the ship away from the explosion. Then the explosion goes over him, causing him to die. And it's just like, god darn it, that was so depressing. And honestly, I was like, oh no, come on. I was kind of sad, but knew this would be like I said before, I thought if Kanan died, I think it would be really good for the sake of the plot. The plot, it's boring. Like, you notice it's the same thing. They come up with a plan. The plan doesn't really work well, but they manage to get out. They manage to get out all safe and sound. This was kind of like that. They have a plan. Plan doesn't really work, but they don't really get out safe and sound. They lose a team. They lose a member of the Ghost team. They lose Kanan, one of, like, basically the father, I guess, of the family, I guess. Like, they're not family, but they consider themselves as family. And Kanan was the father of the family. Hera was the mother of the group and stuff. And Zeb, Sabine, and Ezra were basically the kids. So, seeing the father mentor type character gone leaves the group depressed and wanting to get revenge. And that's what I wanted out of this. I want a darker tone. I want them to have a reason to fight the Empire and a reason to be on the rebellion now. So, of course, Hera is depressed. She is very sad. I thought the sweetest thing is Chopper. Chopper is the droid that, of course, is cranky. He is a huge dick. And in this moment, he's not a dick. He chooses to be sweet and help Hera. To where you see him roll up to Hera as she's looking at the sun, crying. Chopper, like, of course, he has little hands that come out of his body. Has one of his little claws come out and grabs onto Hera's hand. She, like, holds onto it. I thought that was the sweetest thing ever, and you got to see the sweet side of Chopper. So, Hera is basically where Kanan chopped off his hair and shaved and stuff, and his mask was still there. She's sitting there crying, saying that, why did it take me so long to say I love you to Kanan and stuff. And it's really sad, and that's what made it so interesting and actually invested, because you don't see the really dark tones in this show a lot, to where you feel happy to see something dark just happened, and that this entire episode is dark. So, now that I was really hoping that the rest of the season would be really good, and so far we're off to a great start. We get Kanan's gone, and everybody's kind of in a depressed state, plotting revenge, and I feel like we're at a good start, and I feel like I want this season to end perfect. Like I want to be happy. I don't want to be angry that this was just an awful show. And still, this doesn't have redeemable qualities, but season 2 is still one of the darkest seasons out of all 4 seasons. And that's why season 2 is my favorite. I was honestly thinking that the way either Kanan would die is probably near the end, like I said, of the series. But I was hoping more Darth Vader would show up again. I really, really wanted Darth Vader to appear and see them battle again. But this time, Darth Vader gets the advantage and kills Kanan. I feel like it would just be cooler or something. But I'm fine with his death. It was sad. It was heartbreaking, and he sacrificed himself for the team. And now I feel like we're going to get some more darker stuff. So I really hope the rest of this season and the rest of this end of the season kind of ends up like episodes like this. I hope there's more casualties. There's more darker tones that happen. I want more of this. I want more of this in Rebels. And now that if they're going to do more of this, it started at a really late start. So what did you guys think of the episode? I thought it was good. I really hope the rest of the episodes are really good. Once the series is over, I'm going to make a whole series review. I'm hopefully going to try and cover all 4. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, tell us what to do. Or for next time, Injustice 2 video coming out tomorrow. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.